with this one right here, we didn't got something. Smoke Boys, Swift, DP, Grubby. You got the Grubby, but you got the DP, Swift, Smoke Boys, and just what this one coming into right here, and the whole thing. But you got the Grubby, DP, Smoke Boys, Swift, especially with the whole Smoke Boys and everything else like combines this. You got this whole combines this, but you got Grubby, DP, Swift, Smoke Boys, and just with this whole actresses, but just with this one right here, Grubby and everything else, coming in and slock it, coming into it.
Yeah, niggas know who it is. Fight for nothing but I'm active. You get me? TK, the original. I know who we are. We got the fucking stars of this shit. You get me? Fuck all these little new niggas and all this new shit, cause we started this shit. Free my nigga Limbs, we double us to the end. You get me? Free my niggas, shout my niggas. D Swift, let them know something.
I got aim, I put trust in my right hand. Talking to me about things I ain't heard of. As a fed, I ain't trusting that white man.
What exactly do you want?
I want 50 bucks of weed and 3 grams.
50 bucks?
Yeah.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Cause man, man's hungry, eating, chilling off bleaching. I heard of. As a fed, I ain't trusting that white man.
What exactly do you want?
I want 50 bucks of weed and 3 grams.
50 bucks?
Yeah.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Cause man, man's hungry, eating, chilling off bleaching.
Oh, and the whole thing, like, it gets real, confusing too, especially with the whole thing, like, because you be having all type of examples, like, people would come up to you and, try to give you an example, and then they'll try to, like, skit you off, like, rip you off, and, all that other stuff, but, hey, like, the whole thing coming around, and everything else is, like, you gotta just watch the enforcers, like, you just gotta be, just real sketchy and enforcey.
Fuck up my dad plan. Ain't with the chatting, shotgun shots, start slapping. Fuck up your diaphragm, cause I'm not a force. I'm not a force to reckon. Back a river for 40 seconds. I can bend up a force at Beckham. I can bend up a Nina, crop circle, free Nina. Not on the church though. Bro ain't with a gas, so catch him at Friday mass and do him in church clothes. Quick though, treacherous. Ay, sicko. I step on the grab and on tiptoe. Got body, can't get it on tick though. Had 2-2 baby, lead heads, 4-4 corn like teeth on a hippo. Getting money man's old school. Jim took a 2s on a slow one, turned to a schizo. Chefing. Putting dinner on plates, never left it in the car. Got a finger on waist, slapped too many times so the pin might break. I had a show in the M-way, same day, got in the T, I was whipping up. Bro did it broad day, levels on, didn't leave no trace. For the donut, did it bare face. Putting dinner on plates, never left it in the car. Got a finger on waist, slapped too many times so the pin might break. I had a show in the
Ooh, had a finger on a brace, and just the whole, like, hey, and then the whole time just coming into it, like, even you having your whole thing, and you even coming into it, like, even people thinking, thinking it's something else, especially what you do too, because, just what you do, it's like people just, go off of, what they experience off of, like, what they see and stuff, and then, they just approach and say, hey, that guy got this and that, and, like, it just be so much quick to miss and everything else going around, like, with everything else, like, how the whole thing separalized itself, like they say, separalized, coming from this end, coming from that, that separalized end, you got the whole thing just misunderstanding, like, I feel like everything is just misunderstanding.
M-way, same day, got in the T, I was whipping up. Bro did it broad day, levels on, didn't leave no trace. For the donut, did it bare face.
Yo, what's the brother LA? Shout out my brother Swift. Every time, man. Real pioneer in this music thing, man. Free all my brothers, you get me? Free TK, free Ziggy, free YS. Free all my brothers locked down, you get me? Nah, man's in a rehabilitation center, cause man gonna step back out and really do what man meant to do out there, you get me? Free the brothers, man, every time.
The PR's easy to strangle, unlike the body with a wobbly handle. If I turn that on, you're cancelled. Lean and pop out, game from angles. When I was bro, game man rackings, I was like, thank you. I ain't got the time if it's not financial. My life's in shambles. Them man are stealing flows. It's karma for when I was stealing O's. Got pain, gal feeling the bros, got banana, now they won't leave me alone. I can't tell slime, don't slide. That's all he knows. My guy let me try and he's feeling the bros got banana on, now they won't leave me alone. I can't tell slime don't slide, that's all he knows.
Ooh, I can't tell slime. I can't tell slime. I cannot slime. Hey, you know, hey, with the whole thing, you know, I cannot tell slime. You know, and just with the slide, hey, the slide, like, hey, you know, like they say, you know, it gets real. You know, hey, it gets real. Like it goes both ways. Like they say, you know, that's the slime. That's the main slime, and then you got your slime who you gonna slide for. So you know the whole thing just coming into it, the whole thing like shoot, it just gets real, you know, sketchy and elephant.
My guy let me try on his eyes. I caught a code, grubby. The things that we do for money. In the Gaza moving gully. No armor, just me and my brocky. Mental, I love the 4 fizzy special. Snows down like a Brazilian central. She's icky but she got potential. Used to go on jewels with Deepee. Fuck bills, need meals, that's easy. Shouldn't be in the field but it's not that easy. I'm a goat, I don't live on a farm. On the phone like free up my dog. On bro must be having a laugh. I'll give him the smoke like puff puff pass.
Hey, shout out to the whole Swift though, the Swift DPs, you know, the DPs Bs, everything else. But you got the groupie, the groppy, and everything else coming into it, like especially with this one right here. And the main thing just with the Swift and the groupie, the gruppy, and everything else, you know, especially with just Smoke Boys coming into it and having Swift into it and the whole thing. So, you know, they didn't have it, you know, a little grippy, you know, with how it was just coming and everything else, but just with this one coming in right here and everything into it. But make sure you guys definitely go tune in with this one and everything else. Make sure you guys definitely go, you know, go do all the other stuff. But either than that, just with this one right here, most definitely, and everything else. But I'm out.